Good afternoon, WFG. What an honor and a blessing to be on this stage in front of each and every one of you. And I have to thank God for this moment. How many of you are ready to go from grinding all your life to shining in your life? Yes. When I got introduced to this company at the age of 21 years old, I was a young lady at the time. And this is the very platform that allowed me to transform into the woman that I am today. At 34 years young, I am now a wife, a mom, a business leader, an inspiration to many, and a difference maker. And I don't take it lightly. You know, I was born to a single mom at 17 years old. And she told me, honey, you can have and be and do anything you want in this world. You just have to be willing to work hard for it. So I decided to build a career that would allow me to travel and to actually see the world. And I decided to become a pilot. And I remember getting that acceptance letter and taking it into my mom and us reading the congratulations, you've been accepted. It's only a multiple six-figure tuition. And she said, well, if you want to go to flight school, you're gonna have to work hard for it. So I found myself working 3 jobs. I was managing a salon part-time, I was working 2 waitressing jobs, and I quickly realized that it was gonna take a very long time to afford flight school. And fortunately, man plans, but God laughs. And a great friend reached out to me and he said, Kaitlyn, you're ambitious, you're driven, you're motivated, I have something you gotta take a look at. And he introduced me to this business, and thank goodness that he did. And he pretty much said, there's a huge demand, and you could work a lot less hours and make a lot more money. Now, who wouldn't be interested in working less and making more, right? So I looked at him and I'm like, is it legal? He's like, girl, of course. I said, okay. And I went all in. I thought I have nothing to fall back on. What an amazing opportunity. And I quickly found that this was the place where you can build a dream career. This is the place where we get to help other people make their dreams and goals a reality, and at the same time, you get to make your dreams a reality along the way. Isn't that a blessing? It's rewarding. You know, I've also met my dream man in this business. I met my husband here. So if anyone is single, do me a favor, raise your hand. Look around. There's a lot of you. And whoever you just caught that little spark with, meet in the hallway after this, okay? Just kidding. Not really. Invite us to the wedding, okay? Invite us to the wedding. So my husband and I, we have been able to do some really remarkable things, provide a beautiful life for our 5-year-old son. We bought a 10-acre estate with a 10,000 square foot home where we wanted to be able to host our team and host retreats. And that was the very home that allowed me to retire my grandmother. We've been able to send my 2 younger brothers to college, to travel the world, to make a difference. My husband takes so much pride in being able to write alumni donation checks to the San Jose State football program where he graduated from. But I'll tell you this, it's not always going to be easy. In fact, as I see these beautiful photos here, I wasn't planning on saying this, so I'm gonna tell you. My husband, when we first started dating, he said, what would be your dream wedding? I said, I wanna get married in the snow. And he goes, honey, ain't no brothers getting married in the snow. So can we give it up to that handsome brother that got married in the snow? So it won't always be easy, right? There's no such thing as success without sacrifice. And I remember being very early on in my career and feeling frustrated. I'm 21 years old at the time, I'm 6 months in, and I'm like, man, do I really have what it takes to make it to the top? Do I really have what it takes to succeed? Anyone ever felt discouraged? Anyone ever had that self-doubt? So I reached out to my 23-year-old SMD at the time, Randy Sikaitos. And I asked him to go to coffee for a mentorship. So we go to coffee and we're sitting down outside. I have my big sunglasses on. And I tell him, I say, Randy, I'm frustrated. I suck at this business. And he did what any wise 23-year-old SMD would do. That's what he did. He laughed at me. And then he asked me a question. He said, Kaitlyn, are you crying? And I was. So I wiped away the tears, and then he assured me. He said, Kaitlyn, you don't suck at this business. And he went on to give me one of the most powerful words of wisdom at the time in my career, and I think this can really bless you in your career. He said, Kaitlyn, your business will change when you start talking to the people you are afraid to talk to. You're afraid to talk to them because they bring value. And I took that message to heart. I thought, what do I got to lose? I started walking into law offices, tax offices, real estate offices. I started talking to my friends' parents and my parents' friends, and that advice worked. And I want you to know that that dream version of life you're looking for is waiting on you. That's why you keep thinking about it. That's why you keep dreaming about it. I love the name of our convention, Step Up, Show Up, Dream Up, but it's gonna take you never giving up. Imagine waking up every single day and doing the things you really want to do, of living the life you really want to live, how you want to live it, helping your family the way you really want to help and provide for them, driving in the car you really want to drive in, living in the house you really want to live in, taking the trips you really want to see the destination of. You can have it. It's going to take time. It's gonna take sacrifice. Can we just show my last few photos as I'm wrapping up here? You can just kind of zoom through them. And it also takes amazing leaders and people that are willing to teach you the way. I feel so grateful to come from a long lineage of wonderful leadership, from Randy Sakaitos to Eric and Sandra Olson, all the way up. And of course, the Charliers have been very instrumental in our career as well. And by you becoming the best version of you, that will allow you to be the best leader to build a dream team. Shout out to Team Prolific. But here's what I want you to know. That dream version of the life that you're envisioning is going to require the very best version of you. And it won't happen overnight. But if you quit, it won't happen at all. Thank you, WFG.